My name's Sarah and I'm a family support worker for Sebastian's Action Trust.
So I'm Laura and I am the Bluebells house manager. Sebastian's Action Trust supports families of children with life-limiting and life-threatening conditions. The Bluebells is our bespoke respite holiday home, and we offer families the opportunity to come and have a restorative break here. I look after everything that happens at the Bluebells, including welcoming families on their stay, when they come along for one of their restorative breaks, or if they're just popping in for the day to have some fun and make some nice memories.
My heart wanted to do this. It gives me so much pleasure to be able to be part of these families' journeys and to just provide a little bit of light in their darkness.
My name's Jackie and we became aware of Sebastian's Action Trust about 4 years ago. From the age of 6 months, Grayson became poorly. We knew when he was born that he had a condition and that it was life-limiting. But he was doing really well. He was going in and out of hospital because he had respiratory problems and that seemed to be his main problem. He was such a good little boy. He never complained. He just smiled all the time. Sebastian Action Trust are always there for us as a family, not just for the poorly child, but for everybody who is part of that family. The support they gave us when Grayson was alive was just out of this world, really. This was his happy place. It's our happy place. When Grayson was alive, always put a smile on his face. And I know he's not here, but I feel him here. So that's why it's really important for us to be able to come here and still have those memories.
A typical day in a family's life with a child with life-limiting illnesses, only if you are in that situation can you really understand the hurdles that they have to jump. You know, I'm talking everything from application forms, people making judgments on how they are looking after their children or how they should be holding their child, not knowing anything about the child's condition.
So we offer families the opportunity to come along and meet other families in a similar situation, creating a community so that they can get support from peers and others who are in a similar situation to them. As staff, we're able to offer empathy and support, but actually nobody knows what they're going through other than somebody else that's in the same situation. So that building a community is really important for our families so that they can get support from each other.
When you come to Bluebells, there's always a familiar faces, and when you come to the events here, there's a sense that because everybody is going through something similar, everybody's path is different, but there is a collective belonging as a group of families when you come here, that there's almost that sort of acknowledgement of you kind of get the nod that you experience when you're kind of in our community, don't you, George?
Talk to me about the people behind Bluebells, so like the volunteers.
Oh, they're just lovely. Right, they're great. Thank you. That's it, you better cut that bit out. Like having a child with disabilities is a hard job, and having people around that totally understand that and can support and step back when they're not needed, they're always on hand. I think Tony has benefited so much, and Rosie as well, and I think it's impacted for all of us to sort of have that support there.
Here at Sebastian's Action Trust, we offer emotional, social and practical support to families. And that support looks different for each family. Our support is very bespoke. We offer emotional support through counselling services and just having a listening ear. These families don't often have somebody that they can just offload to and have no judgment. And then we offer things like practical support. So as a charity, we are able to offer support to the whole family. And as part of that, we like to run a lot of events for each family member.
I love Bluebell because there's loads of events in the summertime.
Our sibling support at the moment is really important to us, so we offer things like sibling sleepovers, where the siblings of our poorly children are able to come together, meet somebody else, another child that is living a similar life to them, and come and have some fun. So we offer the siblings something that they might not be able to do in their life in general because of their poorly sibling.
I'm Betsy and I'm 12 years old, and I've got a sister called Mary. I've been on like the sleepovers and the campouts. It makes me feel happy because I get to like see other people, and I've made like lots of friends, and then sometimes like when I come I get to see them.
Our hydrotherapy pool is one of our most utilised facilities, and it offers families time to come together and do something fun as a family, whilst also benefiting our children, particularly those who are wheelchair users. It offers freedom for them, that they're able to just float in a lovely, warm, accessible, safe, clean pool.
You see all the family in there. They get an hour and a half where they have no judgment, they have no problem trying to get a child into a pool. We have the hoists which lift them out of the changing bed and straight into the pool, and even just things like that, we take it for granted that you can just go swimming, where you can't just go swimming with a child with a life-limiting illness.
I once had a mum who brought her teenage son for a swim, and he hadn't been able to go swimming for quite a number of years, and when she came out she was actually quite emotional, and when I spoke to her she told me that it was the first time in 3 years she'd actually be able to hold her son. Some of our other facilities we have here at the Bluebells are our sensory room, our music room, our cinema room, and these areas are used by families both throughout the day and whilst they're here on their restorative breaks.
Families meet other people that are going through very, very similar events in their lives. The two apartments are completely adapted to whatever a child with a life-limiting illness needs.
Bluebells is such a magical place, and it's just the feel of the place, it's so relaxing to be able to come and stay here, and the apartments are set up to cater for your child. You haven't got to worry. He loved coming to sensory play. We did a sensory sleepover, which for Grayson, being inclusive, was just phenomenal.
They've got wonderful access to gardens where even wheelchairs can go up on play parks, and you just don't see that out and about in the public space.
There's lots of like things that you can go out, because usually like in parks there's not really that much like stuff to like put a wheelchair on and stuff, so you can go there.
But also the volunteers that are here as well, they're very helpful, and they will just sometimes sit and listen, and sometimes you need just to be able to talk to somebody and they just listen.
My name's Simon Weaving, and I do a lot of voluntary driving for the Trust. My view of it is the NHS are very good, but once they're out of the NHS situation, there's very little support for parents and brothers and sisters. Sebastian's Action Trust to me is excellent. It does an extremely good job. I'm proud to be part of it.
You cannot explain that feeling of being part of somebody's happiness when they're going through so much, and so much is, worrying and troubling.
Without sponsorship, we wouldn't be here, and our families wouldn't have us to support them.
If you can support us in any way at all, whether with time or financial support, we'd love to hear from you. We value every donation, whether big or small. They all matter to us, and more importantly, they all matter to the families we support, many of whom are living with the most unimaginable challenges, fear and uncertainty.
Without the sponsors and the volunteers and the fundraisers, we wouldn't be here, and that is a scary thought.
There's never going to be enough thank you to say. Thank you for supporting, because it's important to families like ours that people put their hands in their pockets to keep this place running.
Thank you for supporting Sebastian's Action Trust and supporting families like mine.
I've always been a yes person. In a world full of no's that these families get every day, we say yes. If we can do it, I will go to the ends of the earth to make it happen.
Please visit our website for more information. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.